Good evening, fellow investors and traders. This is day 25 of Trading on the Record with your host Kyle Nero here. First things first, today in the markets, anything can happen. I don't need to know what is going to happen to make money. There's a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables that defines an edge. An edge is nothing more than a higher probability of one thing happening over another. And every moment in the markets today is unique. Today I'll be successful in the markets because I will objectively identify my edges. I'll predefine the risk of every trade. I'll fully accept the risk, or I'm willing to let go of that trade. I'll act on my edges without hesitation or reservation. I'll pay myself as the markets makes money available to me. I'll continuously monitor my susceptibility for making errors. And I understand the absolute necessity of these principles of continued success, and therefore I never violate them. I trade my system, I stay the F out of the way, and I repeat. I hope you had yourself a lovely Friday and a good sign off to your week. And if you're not working on weekends, I hope you enjoy it. If you are, I hope you have a good night's rest tonight and get back at it tomorrow. So without further ado, let's head over to our thumbnail to see what our account is looking at overall. So currently, of course, we're on day 25 out of 90, and our current opening our opening balance was 106,233 that we've started recording the trades of this account on the 24th of October. Our balance currently is at 108,484 today at the 25th, and there's been a slight change in our equity. We are sitting at 108,163 other than 108,484 that it's been for the last couple of weeks. We'll get into that soon. And as always, just on the max drawdown that you see, a 95,609. So if you were going to invest with me, or if I'm going to invest my own money, what I'll do is I'll set a maximum of 10% loss on the account, if coming in. And that is what we're putting down on the table. If things go south, then that is where we draw the line. And for this particular account, we opened at 106,233. 10% of that is 95,609. And should we get there, then we call it quits and we write off the 10%. Every investment has a risk, and this is our risk that we put down. I think it's feasible. I really do. Compared to the multitudes of investments that you can do out there, one of them being property. Everybody's always hot on property and saying, just go and buy some land there. The gedoemtes, like we call it in South Africa, the faraway lands, there where nobody knows about, or there where somebody knows about. There's just so much information that's going out there. So imagine you sitting with R500,000 and somebody tells you to go buy a vacant land over in the Overberg region or in the West Coast region, and you arrive to this land to see that there is nothing happening. If you're sitting with that $500,000, I am telling you, unless you are seasoned, you do not have the foresight to think that that is actually a great opportunity. You do not. You unfortunately only start acting when you see other people start acting. But that's the great thing about it. That 180,000, 150,000 rand vacant land that is sitting there in nowhere land that you still got to pay a levy on, or municipal rate on a monthly basis, is just unappealing. So you just pull yourself out of that market. And then if there's the challenge of building a house, or if there's a challenge of renovating a house, if you don't hold the expertise or the love or the passion for it, then don't get in it at the first place. That's why in the investment world there's just so much things that you got to do that's closest to your personality, closest to your traits, closest to your way of how you want to live life, that actually contributes to the success of that investment. But more about investments in the future. Let's head over to the markets and see what is happening. Actually, head over to Forex Factory first to see what is happening on our account. Let's go there. So today, of course, we're sitting on the 25th of November. Let's just head back for yesterday. So there was the bank holiday that was taking place yesterday, and so I think really that held us back from trades, as well as for today. Nothing that held us back, so we all systems go. Looking at tomorrow, nothing holding. We won't look at tomorrow for currencies, commodities, indices, and metals, but we will look towards the crypto market. So there's nothing happening there. On Sunday and Saturday, there's nothing happening. Sunday, there's nothing happening. And checking out for Monday where the currencies is concerned, and the rest of the markets besides the cryptocurrency world, it's only the governor of Australia that's speaking, but that won't affect our trades at all, even though it's a red flag. So, if there's any opportunities that exist tonight, we are all systems go and good to trade without any news holding us back. So let's get over to our account, see what's happening. So currently our balance is sitting at 108,484. Our equity is 108,230. Now it's fluctuating a little bit under $100. As I've recorded the amount already in the last 5 minutes, but it's ever changing in amount, so I'll keep it as what it was there, just to let you know. Let's head over to the history. So our last trade that we closed was a Swiss franc JPY out on the 3rd of November. That was in a profit of 472, and as always we just go through the history of this account to show you that there was no trades taken in between. There's nothing done to inflate the results. There's nothing done to manipulate the results. It's all systems go, all clean, all on the record, so that there is nothing that anybody can point a finger out to say, actually, it is not true, you done this or done that. That's the whole point of it. So let's get back over to our trade. So first thing we'll do, whenever we look at the markets for new opportunities, before we even get there, we manage our existing opportunities, and that was the actual trades that we have entered upon, and we're just basically going to manage that now. So we're going to check whether we need to enter it, whether we need to exit it, whether we need to take a profit on it, whether we need to do whatever with this trade, manage it. So we'll do that first. So the first one was the AUD Swissy. Currently that's in a negative $45, and let's head over to that instrument and see what is happening there. So out on the AUD Swissy, there's a bit of movement there today, but everything basically came back to where it started. So as far as this pair is concerned, nothing for me to do here, nothing for me to see here. Markets hardly moved, so I'll keep this trade open and look to manage it on Monday again. Monday? Yes, if you don't trade weekends, yeah, we do. There's no problem in holding trades over a weekend, especially if you're trading the daily time frame. I might just add that. If you're trading any other time frame other than that, you're definitely putting yourself on the back foot. But more about that in future. Next one we're looking at to manage is the Swiss franc JPY. So on this trade, we know, let's just move this thing out of the way here, the trade history. So this trade also nothing to do here, nothing to see. It is as it is, and we will let this trade run over the weekend and still continue to take it. It's not yet my algorithm is not indicating that I exit, but what I do want to bring to your attention is the craziness of this candle today. So we entered here where this white line is hovering, the horizontal line is hovering, and now price has moved against us by 0.22 percentage points, and what you don't realize, or what you don't see, is that during the course of the day, this thing went as high as 0.62%. So almost triple the amount that we're currently seeing here. And this is where psychology takes a massive hit if you're trading the intraday kind of charts. If you're trading the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, I can't even imagine to trade those kind of time frames. But when I trade, I do not look at the charts I'm speaking to you now. I'm closing off this video. I'm posting it on YouTube. The next time you're going to see me is tomorrow night at the same time. I do not look at the markets. I do not see it. I do not listen to it. I do not check the news to see what is happening. I do not entertain conversations around it. If people is talking about it, look, if people is talking about it in general, wants to quiz me on something or talk about it, I'm open for that. But I'm not going to spend loads of time analyzing and saying and checking out with them. It doesn't interest me because I know things didn't happen yet. And that is a powerful thing. It's a powerful lesson in life. You didn't let time run its course yet, so you are in no position to make any decision. How dare you check the markets in between? How dare you check it throughout the day if it hasn't played or run the course yet? If that is your problem and you're struggling with that, I offer a mentorship program also. Please get in touch with me. Please pay somebody the money. Please, okay, not anybody. Pay me the money because I trust me. But what I'm just trying to say is you need somebody to coach you through those kind of things, because it's those little things, it's putting yourself into those difficult, precarious positions that causes you actually to be open to catch on nonsense and go against what your system or your strategy is. So please do not, if you're trading any other time frame, not only the daily time frame like I am, if you're checking it every hour or trading the hourly time frame, only check once every hour. You got to let time do its thing before you can act. Just like and as I'm talking to you now, there's so much words that comes to mind, even from the Bible and even from learnings in life, that you can attest to the same thing. And for me, principles is the same, and values is the same across whatever it is that you do. If it's markets, if it's in church, if it's in your job, if it is in your personal relationships, the principles and values remain the same, so you gotta apply it the same way. But before I go further on a rant, so just getting back to things, the crazy move of this candle today would have made you sweat if you had not been experienced and seen the extreme volatility that was happening in this trade today. So if I had to check it, maybe at whatever time this transpired that it got to 147.694, I'd have maybe thought, oh man, this thing is going against me, I gotta exit this trade. But now coming end of the day, look how much it has come back. It's almost where my entry point is. And now I can rest peacefully. If it had to be there, then tough luck. I would have had to exit the trade because my system is telling me to do so. But right now, I'm in a good position. I am comfortable to leave this trade over the weekend. There is nothing that is, making me feel scared or whatever. I just let my system do my thing, because I've got an edge. It's like I mentioned in First Things First, and what my philosophy is. My edge beats the market, and if I go against what my edge is, then I'm going to lose against the market. It's all about following through on the plan, following through on the strategy, and not deterring from it. I hope you have yourself a lovely evening, a lovely weekend. Have fun. If you are trading the crypto markets, join me tomorrow evening. I'll see you then. Cheerio.